a beautiful conversation, even the knowing of who and what am I, of that which you were talking to, of coming back to that, which is the blank canvas behind the painting, behind the stories, behind the monkeys, and that blank canvas of like sometimes it's possible, especially in our culture and what we've had to be, what we've been exposed to, where sometimes some of us don't even know what that is at this point. Like what's our reference point? Where's the flag to come back to? Come back to self. Yeah. How would you describe that? Or even tangible ways to actually find that. Not find's not the word. It's rest in. Rest in self. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't think anyone's a master of that yet, except for the enlightened saints and mystics amongst us. But one of the practices I really like for that, and I use with clients a lot, and of course we have to understand we're not going to be able to find a sense of our kind of essential self while we're in distress. So there might be that there's groundwork to do first in order to help find a basic level of safety in myself in this now moment. So that I can go a little bit deeper. But assuming that's there and I'm feeling safe, maybe we've done some of this kind of inner work to identify and embrace and accept some of the different parts of myself that are drifting around in there and being woken up. The exercise I love is this one. It comes from the non-dual tradition, the Zen tradition, where you just ask, who or what am I really? And there's Zen teachers who say this one question will take you all the way. This is the only spiritual practice you need. But the way I use it, we say, who or what am I really? And I'll give the person I'm working with some time to kind of settle into that. And I'll say, when you have an answer, just nod, just let me know. We don't need to articulate it. It might just be sort of a sense. Okay, this is who I am. This is the sense, my sense of who I am. Might be a thought too, like I'm a man, or I'm a psychotherapist, or I'm a messed up wounded person, or whatever it is.
Powerful. It's
Yeah,
powerful.
where we say whatever answer comes up, whatever I'm pointing to, and I'm saying this experience, this sensation, this label is who or what I am. We know that's not really who or what you are because there's me experiencing that. Whatever experience I'm saying, oh, this is who I am, or this thought, that's an object, but I'm the subject. I'm the awareness in which that's taking place. I'm the space in which this object is existing. So then we say whatever the answer was, we just thank that. We say thank you. Yep. That's one part of the answer. We put that to one side and we say apart from that and deeper than that, who or what are you really? And we let that settle in. And we find the deepest and truest answer to that. And whatever the deepest and truest answer is, we say, okay, thank you for that. And apart from that, and deeper than that, who or what are you really? And we keep going as many times as feels good. And it takes us to some interesting places. Yeah.
And sometimes being in that landscape of that infiniteness can be quite frightening and terrible, intimidating actually is the word. It's intimidating. And then underneath that, it's one thing that I find is really important is allowing space for the nervous system to know it's safe to be there. I feel like that's a huge one, is our nervous system isn't used to it's not used to that degree of spaciousness sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
To rest there and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a very powerful practice and yeah, the personality, the ego, the small self can very quickly get a bit freaked out by, what's going on? This is different. You mean I'm not in control? Hang on a second. Someone's pulling the rug out from underneath me is often the feeling. Everything I thought was true. It's like one of those kind of matrix moments.
Yeah.
Can be a little bit. And so, yeah, with this work, we want to understand, we want to go slowly. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew. Particularly if someone has a history of psychosis or has had psychotic experiences, we want it to go slow enough that we can integrate and digest and give the personality and the ego time to adjust and feel respected and feel held and understand. It's like with yoga, right? We don't want to stretch too, if we stretch too far, something might get a bit wounded. So
Mm,
stretching slow enough that the organism, the personality can accommodate it.
mm,
Um, and you see this when people have transformational experiences in ceremony. It's like as it can be a bit of time for like a bit of overwhelm. I don't know who I am right now, or the world seems a bit
mm.
big or too much. But give them a couple of weeks, and pretty soon the ego's got used to taking it all for granted again. It might be the same amount of expansion, but the ego's just inflated to fill the space, and it's like, oh yeah, this
Oh
is who I
yeah,
am. Now I can take this for granted and just disregard that silence and that spaciousness, and
yeah,
start really thinking about the meanings and my agendas and what needs are met and what not, what are not met.
totally, totally. Yeah, it's just like creating that space for all to be there, for all to be there. And I love what you were saying then too, just that integration of all the parts when exploring the depth of our essence is they're all welcome. They're also a manifestation of that essence.
Mhm.
They're not to be disregarded or to, you know, sometimes there's that, which is also a fragment of self. Like we can only
Yeah,
go as fast as our slowest part.
yeah, yeah. And if I have judgment about some aspect of myself, that's going to be my slowest part. It's like if
Mm,
I don't see God everywhere, I don't see God anywhere.
mm,
If I can't see grace and perfection and life manifesting in even my wounds or even my the darkest or most unacceptable parts of myself,
mm,
um, that's going to be my obstacle to
mhm,
experiencing grace.
mm.
Yeah. Hmm.